Hey everybody, thanks for wandering back out to the Digital Hermitage. I'm the Hermit, you can call me Hiccup, and I've got Ember here today with me so that we can go over my newest build together.
I've never sat in on a Valheim, I don't think.
I don't think you have. We're using a room mic, so if the vocals sound a little different, that's why we've got a little room mic set up so that we can hang out and talk together and watch the video. This video is a little bit different. Usually I talk while I build, but I actually didn't do any talking while I did this build, and I'm kind of doing commentary with Ember here over it after the fact, so a little bit different today.
I'm watching it live. Never seen this build before.
Yeah, this is a good one. I wasn't feeling 100% this day, so I just kind of grumpily got on and just made a build. I didn't feel like talking, so we're doing this backwards anyway. We found a good spot, and I'm just trying to flatten out some ground. Playing with the ground in Valheim is always a lot of fun, and you can't really do it infinitely like in some other survival games, but you can really get like a good bit of height, or you can sink it pretty deep too, and you can get a good bit of like change around everything. It's really fun. You guys have seen me do it before in other builds.
Man, not many games let you mess with the terrain, so I think this is awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. It's a good balance. Like I said, like you can cut it down pretty deep, and you can build it up pretty high. It's not infinite. It's not like Minecraft where you can like build up into the skies or anything, but it's pretty fun. I always like getting different layers here. We're getting two different like heights here, so that I can have a lower level and an upper level.
Super flat. Go, go, go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the hoe really like makes it really easy just to flatten out a whole spot real quick. Starting with the outline of the floor. Always start with the foundation.
Blocks.
These are actually the half blocks. There's a 2x1 and a 1x1 and a 2x4, I think.
Oh wow.
Or is it a 4x2? I'm not sure. It's tall.
It's tall. Is this where the staircase is gonna go?
No.
We're just guessing.
We're just trying to build down.
Oh, there's a big one.
Yeah, you need a lot of support for stone. Stone doesn't really hold itself up very well.
Well, no. That makes sense.
I'm counting them out. I think it's 7. Nope. Yep, there we go.
Not what you wanted.
Yeah, sometimes it takes a few guesses, just to, not really guesses, but...
So this is providing support for the little ones?
It's providing support. I'm also just kind of filling in the gap because I did kind of, the stones on top were kind of like sticking out a little bit.
Yeah.
If everybody hears any weird noises behind us, where the room mic picks up everything, and our doggos, they like to shift spots all the time, so... If you hear any claws scattering on the floor, that's them.
Goobers.
I'm sure you've heard them. They've snuck a few barks in here and there on the occasional video. Alright, wrapping the foundation. So I like to try and make little patterns, usually whenever I put the floor down, which is silly, because then I end up covering it up with all sorts of cabinets and drawers and desks and rugs and crap. But, like, I really like just putting in a little bit of thought in my flooring. Oh yeah.
Frame it up. Yeah, you can really sink things.
Yeah, if you're able to catch a snap point, you can really sink something into pretty much anything. Like, you can really sink anything into anything. It's such a free build system. It's one of the best, I think. It's just really well thought out. All the pieces, the different sizes, the look, the way that you can build into everything else.
Mm-hmm.
I am building with like free place mode on. Usually I'd spawn in my materials, but these builds have been getting bigger, and I'm trying to just build them a little faster and more succinctly so that I can make a good quick video and show you guys what's what and what I'm doing. Mostly been just using the fly mode for roofing. I used to build a lot of scaffolding, but yeah, just trying to save a little time nowadays.
can fly, roofing's always easier that way.
That's so much easier. And to clarify, we don't do that on my playthrough. I think I had one wanderer get confused, and they were like, "Oh, so you spawn in stuff? I see." And I was like, "Well, for the build through, I do."
Yeah, this is a totally separate playthrough from the other one.
Yeah. All right, now we put in the stairs. Tuck them right in the corner.
Ah.
Oh, so if you sit down, it kind of lowers the camera angle. I had a bunch of wanderers point that out to me when I was getting started with my builds. It lets you get under things a little bit.
Oh, cool. Ah, just enough support to snap another one on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun watching Ember watch this because she's been building a lot in Ark Survival Ascended lately.
Oh yeah. I like to build in all the games. Haven't built in this one yet.
I was confused. I didn't want the block to stick up that high. I wanted it to go lower.
Looks like there's a snap point, but
It is. And then I found this little dip. So you stand in the dip, use the hoe, and pull the ground down to where you're standing.
oh,
And then, yeah, it gave me just enough, like, depth just to be able to snap to that one foundation really easily.
is that what the hoe does? It pulls it down to where your feet are?
Yeah, you can pull it down to where you're standing, or you can pull it up to where you're standing, or I think you can literally just build up one spot in particular. I actually don't think I really do that in this video. We cut everything down with the pickaxe, but you
Yeah.
can do the opposite with the hoe. You can actually like build up a spot, like all these little individual pieces I'm cutting down. You could just
Yeah.
build those up individually with the hoe. And kind of create your own platform. I feel like that was a thing everybody was doing for a while. They would build up a nice little like chunk of land, like a little plateau, and then build on there because enemies
Yeah.
have a hard time climbing up it.
See what you're doing.
Yeah, it wasn't like a super complicated build, and I didn't have a plan. I definitely got on and was just like, nope, I'm gonna build. Like, I'm gonna be productive today, and we're gonna do something. I'm gonna make something.
Yeah.
And this was the result.
Little shelf in the back.
Pretty much, yeah. I was just using the hoe to pull the dirt down a little bit more so that it wasn't showing through.
Yeah.
I'm sinking,
Oh,
yeah,
good one.
sinking these walls in so that we can outline the house now.
Does Valheim have a button that lets you cycle through snap points? Or you just kind of got to keep moving your camera until you get it?
No, it does. It has a mode where you can cycle through snap points now. It used to not, but it is a new feature they put in, and I've actually had a lot of people ask me why I don't use it. I just got used to not having it. That's pretty much all I can say. Like I don't feel like I need it too much, but it is there. I forget what button it is on the keyboard or for the controller. I need to play. I think my next playthrough, I want to try and play through Valheim with a controller just to join the console gang and see what it's like to play with a controller. Because I usually play with controllers, but I don't know. We've been playing Valheim on the keyboard for so long. That's all I know.
Controllers are pretty smooth.
I do like controllers.
Frame it up. Get down. There we go.
Yeah, playing with the terrain really makes it fun.
I like that everything's sort of lumpy.
Oh, all the building pieces?
Yeah, they're not perfectly rectangular or sharp.
No, yeah, no, they have a lot of texture and character to them. I really like the stone. I like all of it actually. Like it's just Valheim's just a really aesthetically pleasing game. It's pretty to look at. I have to build in the mountains like this at a certain time of day. I lock my time of day. During noon, sometime around midday, my mountains become blindingly white. Like it's ridiculous. That snow reflects the sun and it's blinding and it's awesome. Like I like that the light can do that and it's pretty intense. But yeah, I like to build in the morning. I think this is morning. Like it's like just after sunrise. We got a little sun in our face, but it's not enough to like super reflect off anything yet.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
Biggin.
Yeah, we're trying to build up a window and I want to build the wall up even to match the foundation of the upper level.
Yep.
Yeah. You know what's what. Alright, tricky thing about Valheim. No support there. But if you can quick draw it. Oh, pow, pow. Come on.
Oh.
Come on. There, I did it.
What?
Alright, so once they're touching, they actually do kind of provide like a cool arched support to each other, so.
Huh. Could you have placed the big thing first and then those on top? Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, could have. Hiccup likes to do things his own way, which usually just means the hard way.
Oh. Very nice, very nice.
Yeah, plop another window in. I like to be open lately. Get all those windows in, let some light in, especially up here on the mountain.
It's dark. I feel like nighttime is pretty dark.
Mm-hmm. As much as I'm enjoying mountain builds, I miss being able to like create really fun exteriors. Like, not that you can't in the mountain, but like you can't really plant anything, so there's no farm or garden, and I really like putting those things around aesthetically on my builds and stuff. But
yeah,
you know, this one actually, okay, so we like to pick like pretty fun little spots to build in. The reason I picked this one was the dragon egg over there. So it's got a dragon egg spawn.
Yeah.
And I just really thought that was fun. I was thinking of calling this one the Hatchling Hearth. Because yeah, it's just got a little dragon egg outside. So it's just like a little, I don't know, little cabin on the mountain next to the dragons.
Ah, support for big ceiling blocks.
Yeah, the little arches just kind of lean out a little bit more, let you extend the blocks a little bit more. And you can, yeah, if we build it all the way over, they do the same thing, and they kind of like start providing more support to the ones in the middle.
Yeah.
As long as they're connected on both sides. So I think I had to fiddle with it for a minute, but we finally figured it out. There it goes. Like a nice little stone basement. So this was fun and unintentional. I remember doing this and just being like, all right, whatever. And yeah, I think that was it. That was the moment where I was like, no, we're committing. Whatever, we're gonna do this. So yeah, we've created like a one step up in our house for no reason. I was just like, crap, that floor didn't, snap right where I needed it to. But it all works out. I like stuff like that. It adds a lot of character to a house. Usually when you see me skip like that, that just means I just continued wrapping the whole house like I'm doing right now. Like, we're just gonna add this all the way around so that we can be at the same level with everything on the outside of the house so that we can start building walls. See, that's all that was. We just snap. I'm continuing to snap and bring all of that all the way around.
Yeah. I think houses are a lot better, at least like some of my favorite builds in other games are ones where I've had multiple levels, like a little sunken living room, or you go up into the kitchen.
Yeah, I mean, it just adds a lot of character to the house. I'm wrapping the outside with these beams. We're gonna do this all the way around, everywhere.
Straight little wood beams.
Yeah, they just make, I don't know, it just outlines things, adds a little bit of detail, seals in the walls really well. It's totally unnecessary. Always placing extra pieces. You gotta wrap the whole house. Plus it just kind of breaks up that stone a little bit. We've been doing a lot of stone, and I always like to kind of get some detail or outline in here, That's always fun. There we go. Whole house wrapped. Yeah, this spot worked out perfectly. We kind of built around that stone. I thought I might try to keep it, but as this went on, I was like, all right, this is actually a pretty good spot for the chimney. So I'm starting my little chimney build right here, but yeah, that rock kind of gets in the way. We end up getting rid of it, but it's a good spot for the chimney too. It's nice and centered in the house. I don't know. This house came out well. Like, I wasn't thinking very much while I was building it, but it came out pretty good, I think.
Oh.
All right, so I added half walls. I think I actually break some up because I think I had to take a break, and I came back, and I started building again, and I forgot to hit record, but I remembered real quick. So all I did, you know, we put in that first snap, and then a log beam on top of that snap, and then the half wall on top. So yeah, it creates this nice little like border around the outside, breaks up the stone area, or the stone foundation a little bit. Pretty sure I go and do this all over the entire house again, just to kind of add a little bit more log to it. We're trying not to go like super log cabin. I've already done a couple of those, but like I like mixing the logs and the wood together. Like anytime you can mix the build tiers together, it just looks really good.
Yeah. You can really sink them into each other.
Yeah. There's always Valheim has this crazy way of just creating a billion snap points. Like as you're building, if you're building with the littler pieces or the big pieces, it doesn't matter. Like you'll find a bunch of snap points everywhere. Makes life really easy. All right, we need some height in here. We need to start putting up these walls. So we're just gonna. That's a normal like 1x1 wood wall or whatever.
Are you having the inside face out?
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, there's a little
more detail.
Yeah, on the yeah. See, it's got that little line. Started flying just to build up this chimney. I got that bonfire to fit in there, and that's pretty cool. The bonfire has a really huge warmth radius. I don't think I stuck with the bonfire though, because it's really hard to cook on and around the bonfire. So there's a bonfire there right now, but we definitely fix it up later. And I think in the decoration phase, I really changed it up and put a hearth in there.
Littles.
Yeah, we just built the chimney up a little bit so that we could keep going on the walls. And again, Valheim's really awesome for just like, you could build what I would recommend, and you've seen me, if you've watched some of the earlier builds, you've seen me do it, but like you can build staging in the middle of the house and just walk around on that to place all this stuff. It costs you a little bit extra wood to set it up, but like, you know, flying just makes it faster for me.
More beam accent?
Yeah, so we built the walls up. I guess I thought I needed to go back to the logs. Go.
Cool.
Yeah, we sunk that one in pretty deep. Looking pretty good so far. Yeah, I just kind of like that, like just breaking it up a little bit with the logs and the wood, and I don't know, it just give it a little detail on the top and bottom, add a little character to it.
Yeah.
Real easy to do in the world of Valheim.
Oh, thatch roofings.
Time for roofing. All right, so one of my favorite things to do with roofing, and you got to do it, it's so nice. Take the little 1x1 floor and just run it along the outside of your house. I've been doing this for a while now, and it just adds a little bit of overhang. So you build your roof pieces snapped to these little guys. So I just went around and did this across the entire outside of the house. And then we're gonna switch to building with the roof pieces, and we're gonna snap the roof pieces to this instead of our walls. And it, I don't know, it just adds the tiny. You can do it with a full flooring piece. I like to do it with these little ones, but like if your build's big enough, or if you're going for like a bigger accent, you can definitely use a full wood flooring piece. Oh yeah, I think I add some more log here just to give that a little more weight and depth, make it look a little more solid. And the roofing pieces kind of like, they come down a little bit when you place them on the outside, like they kind of sink through. You'll see in a second, but the logs kind of, they don't really hide that, but they do make it feel like it's just like built in together a little more like sturdy, you know? All right, so yeah, so we've got this nice little outer chunk. Zooming around the Christmas tree on the Valheim, here we go. I guess it's about that time of year, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, we going for roofing now? I think that's what I'm doing. Yep. So yeah, start snapping your pieces out here.
Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah. The little overhang is so nice, and it just adds a little bit of depth to your house. You'll see the snow start to disappear as soon as you start covering stuff up with the wood.
Yeah.
Valheim has plenty of roofing pieces. You can make some really fun, clever roofs. I'm a big fan of just trying to make roofs work. I'm just like, nope, this is gonna fit together somehow, and usually I can pull it off. I won't say it's always the prettiest roof or the most perfect thing, but usually I can pull it off pretty well. You don't ever really have to worry either when you put those 1x1s all the way on the outside of your house. It adds like one on each side adds like the full length of a flooring piece or like the width of one of these roofs. So they're always gonna meet up at some point. Like you'll be fine every time you do it. Just roofing, just building up into the sky.
They just added that tiny piece in Ark Survival Ascended.
What piece?
Tiny little piece you can do that with, the quarter-size ceiling.
Oh, yeah.
So you can do this now. Extend the roof out, and then they all end up meeting, because like you said, it's the same size as the normal piece.
Right. Roof.
That looks a lot better. I like the overhang.
Bringing the corners up in the back.
Oh, yeah. Sink that in right there.
In the next biome, we'll have access to some different roofing. But we've been using this thatch roofing since the beginning. It's pretty much all you got.
Even up through stone tier.
Yep.
Nothing wrong with a good thatch roof.
Nah, it's a lot of fun. You know, in the build through, we're trying to just go through and build in each biome and only use the build pieces that would be available to us in that biome. But I have had some wanderers ask if we'd go back and do some like crazy builds in earlier biomes with all of the build pieces and yeah, like I want to do that. I kind of want to wait till we've gone through all the biomes and then we'll go back, you know, we'll go back to the meadows and make like a stone structure or a black marble structure in the meadows or something. That'd be really cool. I actually think it'd be really awesome to get a black marble structure going in the dark forest or the black forest.
Oh, see what you're doing.
Trying to be clever. Use that brain.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, don't need those. Bye-bye. Nice.
And I've had a lot of people say that you can build ladders into your roofing. And yeah, I've heard people say you can build ladders into your roofing, and that kind of helps you walk on them as you're building. But all right, we moved past the
support.
Yeah, we moved past the roofing though. Sorry, one of our pups was slipping and sliding back there. Yeah, so the roofing wasn't holding. Time to build some more support on the inside. And like you said earlier, Valheim really lets you just like build into everything. Like you can really just kind of like collide and build through things.
Yeah.
Which is nice for this kind of stuff because yeah, the support's really easy to find and figure out. And thankfully, roofing really doesn't need a whole lot of support. Like you really can you can't build out infinitely with it, obviously, but
yeah.
Once you get the roofing to meet too, it does the same thing that we had going on with the stone down in the basement. Like it kind of starts providing more support once they're like leaning against each other. Yeah, not enough support out here either.
Oh man.
That's okay. We've got the chimney out here, which yeah, we'll start building the chimney up, and that should really just seal the deal because it builds right up into the roofing. And I'm not trying to slant or like slope in these sides. This side and there's another side on the other side of the house where
keep it flat.
Yeah, I just kind of wanted it to come to an end, and we'll overhang the roofing a little bit. I'll show you how I do that too. We kind of build it out just a little bit more. Yeah, we'll toss together a chimney real quick. needed to be done anyway. Oh yeah.
I like the tree poking through.
Yeah, I always like to leave as much of the environment as I can, but since you can plant trees, I'm actually pretty sure I planted a few more trees around here to get just a little bit more of a woodsy feel and just some more like dynamic environment going on around this place. But yeah, I try to leave anything I can.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, the roofs are not quite perfectly lining up right there, so we gotta snap just a little bit over.
Rude.
Yeah, I think I was trying to decide which one I wanted to move. Like which one needed to be pulled out or pushed back in. I think I go with this one, yeah. So we take a little half wall, or little half beam.
Create the snap.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Easy peasy. Done deal.
Yeah.
Now we just gotta cap it off. There we go. I always like to go with the opposite sometimes for some reason. Like we built with a lot of 45-degree angle roofs. Instead I like to use there is like a 45-degree thatch roof ridge. But using the smaller one for some reason always feels pretty cool. Didn't like the rocks poking through the roof. Yeah, gotta have the roof be nice and smooth.
Seal that. Nice. More chimney.
Yeah, the chimney's always got to stand up above the house. I don't know about everybody else, but if the chimney's not taller than the house, then it's not a real chimney, man. Come on.
Ah.
There we go.
Yeah.
And smoke's a big thing. I don't think I've ever played a game that has that little detail, but like in Valheim, the smoke will build up, or if the smoke doesn't have enough space above it for release, you can put the fire out. So
yeah. Rude. Nothing supported.
Yeah, I feel like I was trying to just build it up enough so that I could finish the roof, but I think I ended up needing to go ahead and just like finish the chimney off entirely to get all the support that we needed for the roof.
Yeah.
There we go, building right up and out. Yeah, I gotta build that up from the inside too. We're kind of getting to the limits of how tall stone will let you build by itself. You can add stuff into the stone. You can add iron beam and other things, and you can actually get a little more height out of it. But
you don't have that yet.
No, we do. Sometimes I use it. I haven't used it. I used it in one of my last videos. Another mountain build, a little castle one we did. We put a little bit of iron beam in the ground. Oh, we're gonna do it here too. Yeah, put a little iron beam into the ground and then build it up. And then you kind of snap the stone around it a little bit more and provide a lot more support to all the structures around it.
That's a nice little framing tool.
Oh yeah, it's a little skinnier than the wood beams that we use.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks good. Like you said, as an outline, little detail. And they finally gave us angled pieces. For the longest time, we only had horizontal and vertical iron beam posts.
Oh.
But now we have angled ones too, so you can really outline a roof peak or whatever now, and it looks really good. Alright, yeah, this is this is one of those moments that the environment shapes the house. So there's not a lot of support there. I sped this up because it was just a quick idea, and I was like, you know what, we're just gonna roll with it. I'm not gonna try and fix it. We're just gonna own the flaw. So we built this little chimney release up here.
Oh. I see.
Yeah, and the stone doesn't want to build all the way up in the back, and that's fine. We're just gonna commit to it. Just get a little flare on top for no reason at all. Just because.
Just telling the smoke, go that way.
Yeah, pretty much. So with a chimney this tall, you actually don't really technically need the smoke to be released. Like it's not gonna backfill or come back down the chimney. It will stay trapped up here. So I got a little crazy, I think, with the little outline and design and started sealing it in. But it looks cool. I thought it looked cool.
Oh yeah. Oh, I like that.
All right, yeah, you can't really snap these cross-beamed, but that's okay because I'm being silly, and I'll remember here in a second, but there is a cross-beam. Yeah, there it is.
There's a piece for this.
Go, Hiccup. Come on, you can do it. Yeah, just little design. I don't know. Don't know what I was thinking.
Sometimes you don't know until you put it down.
Mm-hmm. This is true. Yeah, just a little smoke release up there. Nothing too fancy.
Cool.
All right, now we gotta seal in the sides of the house here.
Oh yeah.
Super easy to do. Valheim has all the pieces you need. There we go.
Gotta stay warm on the mountains.
Oh yeah. That's why we're wearing the armor we're wearing.
Very shiny.
Flying around, building things. I gotta get a new song.
It's really hard to get any kind of song this time of year. It's just, that's all you hear everywhere you go.
Everywhere, yeah.
We were stuck in Barnes & Noble the other day for like 4 hours. That is all we heard.
Good old Christmas tunes. What's everybody's favorite Christmas song? I like Let It Snow. And it's got to be one of the older renditions. Is it a Dean Martin rendition that I think is my favorite? Because there's a lot of Let It Snows. And some of them are great, but I like the classics.
My favorite's The Little Drummer Boy.
That's why she married me. I play the drums.
Hiccup does play the drums. Oh, glass!
Yeah, starting to put some glass in. Let that light in. I think we're about to do some serious window carving. Little detail work. So crystal's really weird in this game. I love Valheim to death, but the crystal works really odd, and it does not support itself at all for any reason.
Huh.
So when you build with crystal in the glass little blocks, you have to make sure that they have something to snap to, at least on one side of themselves. So you can't actually build like a 3x3 pane of glass because that middle piece won't have any support.
Oh.
Which, yeah, and it feels weird. But that's why I put wood on the top and the bottom. So we can snap to the bottom, and then we snap to the top. And then you got your glass. Bam.
Oh.
Window.
Window.
There you go. Just put you in some windows. Easy peasy. I like building with the wood beams too. There is no snap point for that beam I put in the middle of the window. That's me free placing. Another thing that I love that Valheim does, because no matter how you free place anything, as long as it's connected to something, it's working. It's providing support. It functions. It's really cool.
Yeah.
One of my favorite parts about building in Valheim is that free placement, because you can really get away with stuff.
It's this little nub.
I know, we should have taken care of it earlier.
Here.
Oh, shifting gears. All right, trying to dress up the support inside, so I want it to just look a little better. Swap that out for the appropriate size. There we go.
Oh, yeah. I see.
Yeah, we're just smoothing it out, making it flow a little better in here.
Yeah.
It's looking good, looking good. A little more support, never a bad idea. The roof doesn't need it, so this is all just, you know, aesthetics at this point.
I go one over.
Yeah. Yep. You know.
I knew when you were building it. I was like, that one's off.
Even if Ember sees a mistake in my builds, usually she'll let me fly.
Give him a chance to show me what he's trying to accomplish.
Time for the upper floor.
Oh.
Stairs over stairs always saves you space.
Yes, it do. Hop, hop, hop.
Technically, these aren't stairs. Technically, those are ladders, and that's why the character kind of does that little hopping motion. Because he doesn't really climb the ladder. You kind of like hop up it, but I don't know. I just like them because of the height. The height of the ladders usually helps me build easier in my houses and whatnot, and I just like that they're more vertical. The stairs are about half of that. They're about half a ladder. They don't get you up as high.
Snappity snap.
Bam, build that floor right over. Don't forget to eat and rest while you're building. Like I said, we're just kind of we're just kind of building in free mode here, in creative mode, just having a good time. So, if you're wondering why I'm not dead yet with that 1 health, that's why.
So dead.
I will say, I think that's where most of my deaths have come from in Valheim. I get carried away building, I forget to eat my meal, or to go get a rested bonus, and then, you know, some raid happens, or some troll wanders into camp, like, and I'm always like, oh no, I don't have any food on me, or you're building and you do this same exact thing. You're building and you run out of food, and you're just calmly building, and then you fall off of the roof. And it's the end of your character, you know? It's just...
Whoops.
So never forget to eat. I used to do that all the time. I'm a huge Fallout 4 fan. I played Fallout 4 for years. I plan on playing it again once I'm done with Starfield. But same thing. You can actually die of starvation in Fallout 4, and I have done that multiple times building bases. Where I'm just building, and then suddenly the game's just over, and I'm like, what? Oh, I was hungry.
Gotta have snacks for your building.
Got to always pack your lunch. I always like to be able to look down from the upstairs. It just always looks nice.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of fun.
That's another one of my favorite things to do in a build. Besides staircases to different levels, but like an internal balcony.
Yeah. Ta-da! Railing.
That went up pretty easy.
Railings are super simple. I put them everywhere too. It's just so easy to just toss them on anything.
It is square.
Yeah, we're just trying to bring out the floor a little bit more, so when we come up the stairs, we're not immediately met with like a harsh turn.
Yeah.
More railings here, just to seal it up. Easy peasy. Seal it up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No unnecessary falling.
Yeah, I think we're doing railings next. Yep, I'm doing railings on the staircase too. Same thing, we're just putting in the angled pieces, filled with that little one vertical beam, the little half beam, and snap these on.
Oh yeah.
Make nice, easy stair railings. It's just super fun. I don't know. You can toss all this stuff up really quick and easy. Oh, this was...
I like that. Wrapping the pillars.
Yeah. Just, I don't know, a little bit of depth, a little bit of detail. You can do so much in Valheim.
Gap it.
And we're going to add even more detail.
Oh my goodness. You put something cool there?
You shall see. I think I'm always like half convinced I've made a good build, but then I decorate it and I'm like, oh no, this came out all right.
Ooh, big cross sections.
Yeah, I don't know. I wanted to seal it up a little bit more than it was. Like I did want to be able to look below, but kind of wanted a little bit more of a railing here. Which is funny, that's usually something I would do probably more in the decoration phase normally. There we go. Just have that continue over.
Oh yeah.
I think I had a little bit of fun trying to figure out how to seal this in. I think eventually, yeah, you can see all the busted stone. Like,
You're like, nope.
Yeah, we tried a few things and it didn't work, so we went with this instead. And this actually led to some pretty cool detail work on the roof, so this was totally by accident. And this is usually how I end up stumbling upon my really cool builds. just by being either lazy or goofy or, you know, trying to seal this in led to something really cool here in a minute. We'll get to that. Because I think in a moment I'm going to run outside and be like, is that showing through the roof? And it is. You can see it right there.
Yeah.
So instead of getting rid of it, I just decided to kind of like add a little bit more detail to the roof to go with it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when I started throwing in these beams. These are completely unnecessary. This is just for looks.
I've been doing that a lot in Ark lately. Just putting railings on the roof because it looks nice.
Yeah.
But you got angled pieces. Yeah. To do corners and things. Go up slopes.
Yeah. So I ended up getting pretty carried away, and we just started like connecting, because those are the two angles that we just built up, those angled pieces. So we're connecting those. We built the lower section that connects with the lower roof there.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna do this around the side just because that's another angled piece. And I don't know, it just created this really good look for the roof. I was like, you know what? That's some nice detail. I like it. Totally did not plan on it. But you know, I don't know. This is how I build. Very little plan. A lot of just like, let's see what happens.
You know, gives it structure. Like, you added thatch to a skeleton.
Right. Need to work on the entrance way down here a little bit more, because right now this is the only entrance into the house. I actually haven't built.
Oh yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah, I haven't built the doorway yet. I don't think I even realized I was missing one until a little later in the build too. Yeah, there we go. Just a little bit of a slope. Somewhere to walk inside.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, it's coming together. Alright, now we need some fun.
Windows? Boom, boom.
Yeah, what are these called? Dormers?
Oh, dormers. Yes.
Yeah, so we're gonna add some holes in the roof, and then we're gonna kind of turn the roof out, and kind of build us some. Oh yeah, I had to make sure that they lined up, but they don't.
Oh no.
It's all right. In Valheim, anything is possible. Just gotta shift one of the openings. Yeah, bring that one all the way over to see where I need to go. Use it as a snap point.
Mm-hmm. Bye, bye, bye.
Yep. But then that window's too small. So we gotta...
Do the same thing.
Yeah, you gotta get rid of that one, create a half point, and just move it over just a half. Ta-da! Yep. Now the windows line up.
Sneaky.
Always love the eye corners, the inverted corners. Like,
oh yeah.
You can do so much with that. Look at that. Bam. Bam! I think in the decoration phase, I actually ran that the entire length up there just to kind of seal it, and I don't know, just having it build down into that one little half wall just makes it feel really finished. Look at that! Bam!
I like it.
Just a little detail work on the outside.
You can just outline anything.
In Valheim, you really can. With the wood beams or the wood logs, the wooden logs. Why am I thinking of a different name? They're just logs. Very square, kind of hard to fill this in. I think I ended up doing some little... Nope, that was it right there. There we go. Oh, yeah. No, the tricky part was trying to fill in the gaps. Because if you put another one in, then they stick up way through the... Like, stick up really far through the beams.
Yeah.
So I ended up doing this. There's a
double beam?
Yeah, there's a weird snap point somewhere that I found, and it works. I'm honestly not even sure what I'm snapping to, but it exists on both windows, so it's there somewhere.
Yeah. And then a smaller one.
Yeah, and then a little cap.
Yeah.
I sealed it in pretty good.
Oh, cool.
Very good. Very good. Oh yeah, coming together nicely. Look at this place.
Cozy.
I check the inside. Came out just fine. Now we need some windows downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
Let it begin. Let that light in.
World save in 30 seconds.
And it has to warn you. I don't know about everybody else, but when my world saves, there is a hard moment of lag. It's not the worst thing in the world. It's not like... I think it's gotten me in trouble once. More outlining. Outline everything. It just the detail just always just looks good. Gotta add this center beam so that the crystal can have some support on both sides. So now we're snapping to the left and right instead of the top and bottom. Yeah. Hitting some odd snap points.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, there we go. That top one was weird too. Come on, you can do it. We'll come back to it.
Sometimes you gotta move on. Come back later.
We do the same thing over here, another window. Windows everywhere. Oh yeah.
Building the glass first and then putting in the angled pieces at the top.
Yeah, I think it ended up being easier that way.
Yeah, I can see that. Yep.
Yeah. Bam. Window. Window,
So
window,
cozy.
window.
I like the beam in the middle.
Yeah, I mean, it helps. It's kind of necessary, but it looks good too. Littler window.
Skinny. Do whatever you want with these cross pieces.
I'm telling you, the building in Valheim is more free than any other build system I could think of. It is something else. The possibilities are limitless.
It's pretty good.
This place came together really well. I think I wanted another window in here somewhere. Did I commit to that? I don't remember.
I don't remember.
We need a way up to this this second floor here.
Yeah, no climbing in the house.
Can you really call that a second floor? I don't know. To the raised area, we just need we just needed a stair up to the raised area. So little block, little staircase, put some railings in. Bada bing, bada boom. There you go.
Bring this out.
Yeah, this turned into a cool little pocket corner back here. I had fun with the decorations, trying to pick out like what to put where. Kitchen pretty much always centers around the fireplace, but you can put your workbench area up anywhere you want, and the forge is always really fun to try and squeeze in somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many little pieces.
So many snap points. It's like, I just want that one.
Yeah, there are so many. Oh yeah, there we go.
Oh, very nice.
Freaking easy. Some railings up in here so we don't fall down. Not that that would hurt us at all, but
You'd skin your knee, whatever.
Too much mead one night, you just fall down the little step. I think I ended up thinking this was too big a gap. I wanted to be able to walk all the way around and kind of look back into the house, if that makes sense.
Ah.
Yeah, there we go. That way you could look all the way around and get a little bit of a view from everywhere. I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking that day. I was a grumpus.
I was a grumpus. There you go.
No.
Ah,
Come on. Come on!
finicky.
Again, this is where you could probably hit that cycle button and, like, just snap through all the different options, but, I'm stubborn. House is looking good. Alright, I guess that's the shell. This is usually where I look at the camera and go, that's the shell! And, we're gonna start decorating here in a little bit, so...
And,
I like the way this one came out, though. It looks really good.
yeah, windows are nice.
Yeah, the windows always look really good, and the way that they mess with the sunlight is really fun, but... Anyway, I think it's about time for the flybys. I always have so much fun making the flybys. I hope you guys enjoy them as much as I do. They're a lot of fun for me to put together.
Oh yeah, I think it's different when you're like down on the ground doing all the work, but it really comes together when you can zoom out.
Yeah. It's pretty fun. And the nighttime walkthroughs are really fun too, just to walk back through with all the decorations, but it's a good looking house. Didn't really have much of a plan when I started, but you know, it turned out okay. Well, time for flybys. We'll see you guys in a minute.
Look how smooth.
Oh yeah, hope you guys enjoyed those flybys. This place came together really well. Like I always say, I'm always a little unsure about my builds, and then, you know, we put the decorations together and bam! It's awesome.
Seriously. And there's this nice front entrance now.
Yeah, I probably should have put that on the build, but I didn't. It was I stopped recording and then I started decorating, and then I was like, oh yeah, we don't have a front entrance, so it's really nothing super fancy. It's just a couple of wood beams, you know, poking out.
Looks good
A
though.
little bit of support underneath. It's nothing too fancy. Plus, we kind of built right up into like a hillside, so the entranceway is really just kind of like that really steep walkway in here, but. Lots of wall space in here, so I tried to space out a bunch of decorations on the walls, a bunch of trophies and hunting things. And, I'm always a big fan of trying to hang up excess trophies or hang up old tools and weapons that you're not using anymore.
Yeah.
It always just makes a nice little atmosphere. Nice little brewing area down here. I like this too because the brewing area is like one step lower, so you put the the meat in from the top in the kitchen, and it's just I don't know. It seemed to work out really cool.
Oh.
Nice little sneaky workshop area back here.
Tucked in.
Yep. And it is fully functional. It has all the workbench amenities. Nice and cluttery back there in the corner. We're going up into the kitchen next. I had a lot of fun building this kitchen. Just the shelving over here, the little cabinets, all these tables, all the little decorations.
So many things you can put on counters.
Yeah, that's onions, raspberries, and blueberries. Just slap them all over the place. And meat sticks. I got meat sticks all over the place.
Do they spoil?
No, not really, no. You can just leave them out. I don't think any food really goes bad in Valheim now that I think about it. Am I lying? Am I making things up? No, I don't think food goes bad.
Your lox meat pie doesn't expire at some
No,
point?
no, I think you can really stock up the food.
That's nice.
Yeah, because then you can really just like take it with you adventuring, and it stays with you. So it's because Valheim I think is more of it's got survival. It definitely is like a survival game, but it's a crafting adventure at its core, and a builder. I mean, look at this.
Look at all the mannequins.
Yeah, I thought that looked
I
really
like
nice.
that green one with the vines.
You
That's
would.
cool.
There's another one you'd like too. There's a.
Look at that axe. Look at that axe.
That's my favorite weapon.
Uh-huh.
I try not to use that. Fancy bed.
Super fancy.
This place came together really well. Yeah, I figured you'd like this armor on the end. I don't know if I'm gonna look at it again.
Oh, is it a dark one with the hood?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I like that too.
Yeah. And it's wolf themed.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, down to the basement. I like that the stairs worked out like this too. Nice little spiral. Walk around and around real easy. And we ended up putting our forge down here, and it looks really good. I don't actually have a smelter or a kiln in this build at all. Now that I'm thinking about it, I totally forgot about those. Not that you really need it. Like if you have a portal and they're set up at a different base, you can use them there.
Oh, yeah.
But I love putting tables in the middle of places. I think that just came together really well.
Yeah.
Tools to grab before you go
out.
outside. I don't know why I've got cultivators up right there. Oh, you can use the hoe to put this cobblestone paint on like dirt and stuff.
Where you lived in.
So the windmill's pretty pointless here, and you have to beat the boss of this biome before you can make the windmill, but it just felt really good right there, so I put it down anyway. And then I just made this nice little sitting area down here to hang out with the dragon egg. But yeah, that's the hatchling heart. This place came out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it, even if I did build it in kind of a funk.
Building, for me, like, really settles a lot of my thoughts.
Yeah, it can be really relaxing. I think that's what I did that day when I built this thing. But I hope you guys like it. Let me know what you think in the comments below.
I live there.
It's pretty cozy. It's not bad. And thanks for hanging out with me and recording today, my love.
Of course. I'll get into this game someday. I got so many fun games to play.
One of these days. Well,
Oh,
one of
man.
these days.
Oh man, what would we do without games?
What would we do without games? It is the best form of entertainment, I think, personally. You can take away all the others. Take away the movies and the shows and the books, and just leave me video games so I can play around with those.
I think I probably agree. Yeah.
The stories that can be told. Walk a mile in a character's footsteps. We just walk around in the kitchen while we say our wrap-ups. Speaking of a wrap-up, I guess I will let it wrap up right there, everybody. I hope you had fun hanging out with me and Ember today. I hope you enjoyed the build. If you did, do me a favor, smash that like button and be sure to subscribe if you want to continue the adventures in the Buildthrough. I think we have a couple more builds left in the mountains before we move on to the plains, but I am kind of excited to get back to the plains. I want to start planting things again. I miss farming. I feel a little limited in what I can do and accomplish here on the mountain outside, because it's all just so snowy. Oh, don't mind the splashing water, that's just one of our pups.
You thirsty?
Yeah, this room mic picks up everything. We probably should invest in a better room mic, but that'll come later.
No drowning back there. Yeah.
Any other dog lovers in the audience? Anyway. Well, hey everybody, thanks so much for hanging out with us today. I hope you're having a great day.
Have a great rest of your day.
And I hope I see all of you in the next episode. Until then, have fun in your own adventures. We'll see you next time.
Bye.